my videos, so here it is. So this is a look around the Urban Decay Naked Smoky Palette. This is the palette. I freaking love the cover of this thing. I think it's so much better than the other Naked palettes, like in terms of packaging. Like, it feels like you're holding a bar of gold when you hold this thing. You're just like, you don't want anyone else to touch it. You just want to look at it and just hold it in your hands at all times. I think the mirror in this one is a lot bigger than the other palettes. I just feel like it's better quality, to be honest. The brush that comes with this has a smudger end and a fluffy brush end. It's tapered at the top, so it's pretty good for blending out like the crease shades. But in terms of just overall blending, I usually have to switch to another brush. Like if it's above my crease, this doesn't really do what I want it to do as much, and it's kind of scratchy. I don't know if I just have really sensitive eyes or not, but maybe I do. I was thinking you and I could. So the first color in the palette is High, which is a champagne shimmer with micro glitter. The next color we have is Dirty Sweet, which is a medium bronze shade. Then Radar, which is a metallic taupe with iridescent micro glitter. The next color is Armor, which is described as a metallic silver taupe with tonal sparkle. And then we have Slanted, which is a light metallic gray. Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist. Next is Dagger, which is a medium charcoal with micro shimmer. Now we have the black shade, which is Black Market Jet Black Satin. Now there's Smolder, which is a deep plum taupe. After that is Password, described as a cool taupe matte. After that is Whiskey, which is described as a rich brown matte. Then there's this shade, which is Combust, a soft pink taupe. And last but not least, 13, which is a light beige satin. Barely even shows up on me. I am a ghost. Those were all the swatches. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see how I did this look, then keep watching. Is it great? Is it dramatic? Is it everything you wanted? So I am putting just a base powder down that's the same color as my skin tone. And you're gonna grab your tape, girl. Yep, I love it. Put it on the back of your hand so it ain't as sticky. Don't want to age. Put that under your eye. I'm putting it slightly below my lower lash line because I want this to be super smoky and fan out from the lower lash line, not just the top lash line. So I'm going in with Combust now. This is almost the same color as my skin tone, but a slightly little pinker, and is going to be our transition shade. Now I'm putting that on the outer and inner corners using like an e.l.f. crease brush. You're gonna want to avoid the ball of the lid and put Whiskey on that outer corner. I'm using the Urban Decay brush this time. Packing that on the outer corner, kind of building up intensity, and the inner corner as well. Now I'm going back in with that Real Techniques brush and just blending everything out. I'm going to be blending a lot. Building up, blending, building up, and blending. It's kind of like the same process, but now I am blending Whiskey onto the lower lash line to kind of give like that V shape. And I'm, again, just building up the color. I'm avoiding the center of the eye though because we're going to put another color there later. So I'm just doing what I was doing before, building up, blending, looking at the camera awkwardly. And now I'm going in with Password. So this is that kind of grayish tone shade. This is also a matte. Building up the same place that I put Whiskey and kind of just smoking things out, going back in with different brushes to blend and pack on color. Putting more Password. So many passwords. Just kidding. I'm blending, still blending, still blending. Putting Smolder now to really build up the intensity. As I go, I'm kind of putting it, like spreading it less, if that makes sense. I'm concentrating it more on a smaller area. So after you've done that, you're going to put the color high on just the ball of the lid. And this is that really shimmery color. It's going to kind of make the ball pop. Now I'm going back in with the Urban Decay brush and blending out those edges. And then going in with Black Market and Smolder, I believe, and mix the two. And deepening up the outer and inner corners. And kind of fanning that out in that V shape. And I'm really concentrating it on just the corners, and then I go in and I blend it out with the other side. Doing the same thing to the inner corner. You know how we do. I'm always avoiding the center of the eye. You can see I'm blending up towards the brow bone, but I'm not bringing that all the way across. Now this is the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow. It's like a pressed kind of creamish formula, and this is in metallic pixie dust. You don't have to do this step, but I really wanted it to be super dramatic and sparkly on the middle of the eye, and then kind of be matte on the outsides. So I just thought it brought some drama to the look, but you know, you don't have to do this. I'm putting Black Market back, building up intensity, and I love doing that. Okay. Smudging out that bottom lash line, really making sure it's blended. I went with the sponge to kind of blur out that edge, and going underneath the lash line now with Black Market and Smolder again, and just blending it out. We kind of want to do the same thing to the lower lash line that we did to the top lash line. So I'm just going to be doing that right now. Basically repeating like the same steps and putting high on the middle of the lower lash line, like kind of symmetrical. Oh my gosh, no. Perpendicular? Parallel? One of those words. Right below the high on the top lid, yep. Now I'm putting Demolition Urban Decay 24/7 eye pencil, putting that on my waterline, and then smudging it on the outer and inner corners, right underneath my waterline, because we want this to be super smudgy and smoky on the lower lash line. Smudging it out with my fingers, and then I realized, oh girl, I got glitter everywhere, and then I was like, well, too late now, we're just gonna leave it. It looks fine, you know, I lived with it. I'm gonna smudge it out with the brush though, and add some Black Market to that to kind of cover up my little mistake there, but you know. Intensifying the outer corner and then tight lining with the same Demolition pencil. Now, yes, I know this is horrible for my eye, I'm very sorry, and I want to cringe looking at it, but this is the only way that I could tight line as close to my eye as possible, so that's what I'm doing. And then smudging that out with the brush. Then pulling my eye again. I'm very sorry for this. You know, aging, getting glitter all over the underside of my face. Look at all the glitter, I'm like a freaking fairy. Alright, now I'm putting the lightest shade under my brow bone. That one is called 13, I believe. Now I'm putting Rollerlash by Benefit on my top and bottom lashes. The lash glue clip of the century. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, this is Velour lashes in the style Flairy Tail. I'm obsessed with these. Like literally I want to wear them every single day of my life. I understand the hype now. And here is the finished eye look. Now I'm putting on my concealer. This is NYX HD Concealer in the lightest shade, blending that out with my sponge. This is just to highlight my face, basically. Oh, I put some on my zit. His name's LeBron. I hate him a lot, but you know, gotta live with him. Still blending for, you know, magic number. Now I'm drawing a little stick man on my nose and setting my face with a powder. Now I'm going in with my Loreal contour palette. This is also some brush I got at Target. That's just the name of it now, I've decided. Blending that out, realizing that I kind of did it too dramatic, crying about it, and then living with it. Also gotta contour that under chin though. Know what I'm saying? Okay, now I'm highlighting with the Loreal Contour Kit. This is a Real Techniques brush. Basically, everything I own is a Real Techniques brush, except for this sun brush I got at Target. Holla. This is a Milani blush. It's the Romantic Rose one. And then my MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter and an e.l.f. brush. I think it was like $3. It's like a stipple brush. Got it at Target. Got everything at Target. Story of my life, am I right? Highlighting my Cupid's bow. And then spraying my face with L'Oreal Pro Setting Spray. Actually, I don't even know if it's Pro, I just said that. It's Pro to me, okay? This is a MAC Whirl. Basically Bay. I wear this with like everything. Like, oh, does this match? Too bad, I'm wearing it anyways. And then I'm carving out my lip to kind of just make it look a little more precise. And then blending it with the other side of the brush. It's like the Urban Decay brush from like the Vice 3 palette or something. Dancing, that's necessary. Alright, that's everything.